Hi guys, I'm Teddy and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do the Agatha Christie book tag, which was originally created by Lil from Lil's Vintage World and Julie from A Hungry Bookworm. And I haven't been tagged, but I wanted to do it anyway, so I hope it's not a problem. So let's start. Question number one is: how did you first get into reading Agatha Christie and which of her books did you read first? It was the middle of the 90s, and there's this German police show about the Rex dog. And I was watching it very avidly, and I decided I want to read a crime novel. And we had at home The Murder on the Links, so I took it, I read it, and I got hooked for the next 25, 30, 40, 50 years. So now, question number two. Have you read any books on Agatha and her life, autobiographies, biographies, etc.? Now I have come tell me how you live, both in Bulgarian and English, but I haven't read it yet. However, I have read her autobiography. I don't read autobiographies because I'm not interested in the personal life of people. It doesn't matter if they're famous or not. If I like a singer, I listen to their songs. If I like an actor or an actress, I go to watch them in a theater. So basically this is the only autobiography that I have read, and it took me ages really. But actually it was very interesting to understand her way of thinking. For example, I was imagining that she is Agatha Christie, she's so famous, she loves writing, she had so many ideas, and at one point she's like, I hate writing, I do it for money, I hated Poirot, I wanted to kill him off. And yeah, it's not how I imagine it basically. And also of course this period with her husband. And after all, famous people are just happen to be famous and to be known by many people, but they're just like anybody else with their difficult times and a lot of troubles. So this is for question number two. Question number three is: have you watched any adaptations of Agatha Christie books, films, TV shows, plays, etc.? If so, do you have a favorite? I have seen David Suchet adaptations so many times that at one point I was sick and tired. Some of the episodes I have seen them more than 50 times maybe. And what I like in David Suchet is that he actually studied and researched the character. And if you haven't read Poirot and Me, it is a must. If you like David Suchet, Agatha Christie, and the adaptations, it is like he explains very well how he researched the characters and in general about the episodes. I want to say thank you, David, for this book. It is wonderful, wonderful read. Thank you very much. Unlike David Suchet, Kenneth Branagh is not doing very good thing. I mean, I know that his adaptations are for nowadays audience, but I'm not happy how he made a Poirot like an action hero who's running and jumping on the train, and the portrayal is not like in the books. And I've seen this movie with several other people, and they all like it, but none of them has read any of Agatha Christie books, and none of them has any idea of Poirot. So yeah, if you haven't read the books, maybe you like it. I haven't liked it, and I don't have any intention to watch that on the Nile. And the same with Peter Ustinov. I like the adaptations. I like that the movies are close to the book, but I don't like him as Poirot because he doesn't look like Poirot. And the first time I have seen an episode, I think it was Evil Under the Sun, and I was so surprised how actually Poirot looks like. And the other movie is Murder on the Orient Express from 1974, which I think is the best version. And what I like in this older version actually that they're full of stars like celebrities, and it's adorable, I think. Now about Miss Marple, because I'm not a fan of Miss Marple, I haven't watched many adaptations, but I do prefer Geraldine McEwan because she's how I imagined Miss Marple in the books. I know that majority of the fans are Team Joan Hickson, but I prefer Geraldine McEwan. And the other adaptation I love is Crooked House from 2017, and it doesn't start very well, but actually it's very faithful to the book, and also Gillian Anderson is in it, and I love Gillian Anderson, and Agatha Christie and Gillian Anderson, my favorite things. Question number 3. Which book of Agatha Christie's has your favorite villain? I don't know about favorite villain, but the villain I hate most is Mrs. Boynton from Appointment with Death, and this is the most villainous villain of them all. I wanted to enter the book and kill her with my own bare hands. I don't have any pity for her. That's it. Question number 5. Which book of Agatha Christie's would you like to reread next? Now, all of them. The last time I binge read her books was in 2019, and soon it will be time to binge read again. So I usually start from the ones that or I don't remember at all, or I didn't like before, because given that I haven't read the books for a long time, maybe this time I will like this book, but sometimes just obviously after the third time it's official that I don't like a certain book. Question number 6. Miss Marple or Poirot, and explain your reasonings about your choice. Also, favorite non-reoccurring character. So just one from one of the books that you loved. So I'm Poirot team, and I said why in my previous video, so I'll just put the link somewhere on the screen. And regarding the non-reoccurring character, I want to say Mr. Satterthwaite from The Mysterious Mr. Queen, because I like the book. It's one of the few short stories that I love. I know that he appears in Three-Act Tragedy, but let's pretend that he doesn't, and I'll just say Mr. Satterthwaite because I don't have another answer really. Question number 7. Agatha Christie also wrote as Mary Westmacott. Have you read any of these books? If so, what did you think of them, and were they like her other books? I have read only A Daughter is a Daughter, because it was randomly translated in my language, and our title is Love and Self-Sacrifice, and it was not my cup of tea. It's basically about a mother and a daughter who are screwing up each other's life, and not my kind of thing. But I have all of her other books in English, and I haven't read them yet, but I thought that I might make a reading vlog, maybe, if you would like to, and I hope I don't DNF all of them because I don't think they're my cup of tea, really. Question number 8 is there are quite a few books that feature Agatha as the character rather than the author. Talk about the ones you have read and really enjoyed. If you have not, then would you like to? I haven't read yet and I'm not sure if I enjoy them. I read the synopsis of A Talent for Murder by Andrew Wilson and I didn't like this at all. I was appalled really and I don't want to read it. Maybe if you have read any, you could write down in the comments which one you have read and I'll take a look, but I don't promise really. Question number 9. Do you have a favorite Agatha Christie book that you find yourself turning to again and again? I start repeating myself, but I really read The Murder on the Links 13 times. And I will always love this book. I mean, it was my first book and my Agatha Christie love started there. So, that's it. Number 10, she is known as the Queen of Crime. Suggest another female crime author who you like to read. I'm not fan of the female authors because they tend to do everything so melodramatic really, and let's just stick with Agatha Christie, please. So this is from this book tag from me. I will not tag anyone. If you want, feel free to do it. I'll be happy to see a video of yours. And this is from now. I'll see you in my next video. Довиждане!